Closest NFL city of any in the league, so it's kind of interesting that this is only the fifth time that they have met. The last time they got together, November of 2015, the Texans winning that one 24-6. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
Watch the screen.
Out of the gun, Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Game situation. Let's go.
This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. There defensively to knock it away was the safety, Justin Reed. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, easy. Get him. You got him. 41's the mic. 41's the mic. Easy, opposite.
Shotgun now for Breeze. Open man is Michael Thomas. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. It'll be a Saints 1st down on a gain of...
Come on, one thing for sure. You know that Michael Thomas is going to be the target on a 3rd down pass, and Drew Brees finds him and keeps this drive moving.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Working from the gun, it's Brees. Ginn has it complete. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
First down. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
Ready, yellow lady. 5. I'm going to come back to you. Slam.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
Kill. 5-1. Check 24. Hey, Delta.
To throw is Breeze. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it that time to Ted Ginn. But now it's 3rd and goal.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender. But you also have to give your own guy a chance, too.
Maybe the first big test of the season here on both sides. This is 3rd and goal.
Switch.
They'll try to run it in. It's Kamara. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only able to pick up a yard, and that's going to leave him with a long 4th and goal. This situation in the 4th quarter, you go for it. But here, take the points.
If you go for it here and don't get it, you and I are missing our plane, and we're going to the post-game press conference to hear him justify it. Because the next thing we'll see is the owner walking in announcing a firing. There is no way he goes for it here. Get the field goal. It's the first half of the game. You've got time to make it up.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because
and the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Play action for Miller. Now Watson. And the pressure gets to him again. Craig Robertson. He's the one that drops him this go-around. And that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans.
I'm here all day. Hey, 25. Check pass 47. Check pass. Mike's 47. Let's go.
3rd and long. It's Watson. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. A hat tip to P.J. Williams there defensively, making sure that one didn't find its target. Here's Brian Anger now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here's Ginn. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Breeze. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Breeze now. And Ginn's got it. 19 yards that time for number 19.
In his 13th NFL season now, Ted Ginn still a reliable target for Drew Brees. 787 yards in 2017. Just 5 games last year due to injuries, but he still has the wheels.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Hey, easy.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st.
The Saints spent a 3rd-round pick on Traquan Smith out of UCF in 2018, and what a thrilling season for him. He was the guy that caught the pass from Drew Brees that moved him past Peyton Manning to become the all-time leading passer in NFL history.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It'll be a Saints 1st down on a pickup of 13.
Ready? You ready? Kill.
First and 10 at the 17.
Into the red zone, it's Breeze. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
A good pickup there of 22. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. Kill. Kill. Hey, alert 3. Say. Mike 56. Mike 56. Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some.
From the gun, here's Watson. He finds Hopkins complete. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Watson. Flush to his right. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Partner, it's often that man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run for it with Hyde. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Texans have taken the lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep your assignments. Let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now Breeze. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Aaron Colvin. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Thomas, the intended target.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
After the interception, here's Watson. Steps away. Going for it all. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. Watson throwing on 3rd and long. Escaping the pressure right. It's complete. It's Miller. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down. So on 4th down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on. On the left hash mark, it's a 38-yard attempt. The kick by Fairbairn is good. No one attempted or made more field goals than Fairbairn last year. He was 37 of 42.
And they were grateful for every one of those that put 3 points on the board. But I'll guarantee you, Bill O'Brien, the head coach, is thinking to himself, we need to use him a lot less in 2019. Let's make sure we score some more touchdowns.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points seeded.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
At the 25-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
Here we go. Mike 41. We've got to wedge that, huh? So we got man. 41.
Breeze going to throw. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. The lightning rod, J.J. Watt with a sack. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. DeAndre Carter back deep. Fielded at about the 28. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
From just shy of midfield, Watson buying time to his left. It's complete to Hopkins. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, 51 yards. And the Texans are able to show off their quick strike ability. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st down, Watson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Alex Anzalone. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. After the sack on 1st down, Watson on the move to his left. And his throw's going to be incomplete. They were searching for the tight end, Darren Fells. And it's 3rd down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection.
And he's taken down here by the Saints. Cameron Jordan wreaking havoc with a sack. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. Now it's Ginn. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. Well, we know he's an electric runner. Earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to bottle him up at different levels. That was your suggestion. Some mixed results.
Yeah, certainly, because we have seen him bottled up at times. We've seen him play him very well. We've also seen him pop the cork a few times and get out of there, haven't we?
We have indeed. The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. To throw, it's Breeze. He gets it to Thomas. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big play. Breeze finding Thomas. 52 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Now Breeze. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Being chased out left. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Now a 1st down throw. Watson going deep for Hopkins. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Sheldon Rankins, his 2nd sack of the night. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. So we are at halftime in the first of 2 here on this opening Monday night of 2019. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10.
You're good, you're good. High 4, ready.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Breeze. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. look at that, a diving catch. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Well, there's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Benardrick McKinney, a first-time Pro Bowler a season ago, in on the tackle there.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Get that ball. Mike, 55. Check, 55.
Shotgun now for Breeze. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. The 30, 20, 10, and he will have a touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right? Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and
And now here's another interception. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. The run there on first down gets him a yard to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. They run it again with Hyde. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Here I come again. Here I come again. Back.
Watson on first down. And the catch made by Johnson. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That really sets him back. A loss of 6. Looking to throw again on second down. Watson, he'll wait. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Houston. Kenny Stills, 66 yards. And the Texans push further out in front. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. On second and 11 now. Breeze. He'll let it fly. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory.
Here we go.
Up. Big time play there for New Orleans. 43 yards.
First and 10 at the 6.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Bradley Roby there defensively.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
Yes, you're right, they have that. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. Accelerating, and off he goes. And put it on the board. It's 6, a touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Fielded about a yard deep.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Let him know.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. Powering his way forward. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans.
That's another Saints first down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. The busy night continues for Kamara. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Ready.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Check 50, check 50. Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. Kamara's got the first down and then some. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, 34 yards. And the Saints are able to cash in for 6. Will Lutz on for the point after. And that'll cut the lead down to 28.
Makes the score Texans 38, Saints 10.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When you go to the backup, let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Watson now to throw, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Craig Robertson able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Here's Brian Anger now. He's been terrific so far. And taken right on the 30. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 47-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Kill.
They run it again with Kamara. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
Back at the 43-yard line.
The Texans here on third down, putting an extra defender in the secondary.
Move. Hey. 13. 4 down. 42.
Now Breeze. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And he will score. It's a touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Yo, you go tight.
Again, it's Kamara. And all the way down to the 29. And they will finally get him to the ground at the Texans' 29-yard line. A great run, but, you know, this is probably where the offensive coordinator is saying, geez, we could have used a couple of these earlier in the game.
Hey, he's probably telling the head coach, well, talk to the run game coordinator about that. I just call the plays. We should have had this going right from the beginning.
No room to be had there on the first down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Benardrick McKinney there to make the stop.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw with Breeze. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And Thomas has it. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 11 more on that one and another first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Now, he's doing his part, but still facing a sizable deficit.
And he would like to do more, but he needs help from the other 2/3, right? He needs his defense to bow up a little bit, and he also needs special teams to maybe create some big plays and help them get back in it.
Lutz with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the fourth quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. This is Miller. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. A shotgun snap for Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. The 20, 10, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again, and who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
On second down, Kamara. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and just like that, it's third down.
Set. 5-9. 41. Exit.
To throw is Breeze. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. And a loss of 3 to bring up fourth.
36. Hey, Charlie. Man, that's trash. Tighten up. Check. Shit.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. The Saints on fourth down last year, 13 of 16, second best in the league, and they'll try it here.
Check, 55, Mike. Here we go, D. Here I come. Hey, easy. Motion to the backfield. Sammy.
They'll go for it. It's Breeze. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off here by Aaron Colvin. And they will score a pick six for the Texans TD. So they go on fourth down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
that's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want to execute.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, dog. When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, the pass of your receiver. All about running the spot. And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin, subjugate the dub play. And you know we can't wait to bring spins. A-star quizzes, A+ the final. Vocals we align, we'll move it all simultaneously over joints we rock. We earn 30 years, so you can say we got 3 turns. Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men. We install doubt in you and your yes men. And if the game had veins, we'll insert upheaval the ground. Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing, relieving the kings of all crowns. So are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter, right? Turn it up, y'all, keep the flow. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Ready, set, steady, bang. Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Turn it up, y'all, keep the flow. Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter, right? Turn it up, we giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Ready, set, steady, bang. But can you rock it like rocket fuel?
We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I could never switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I could never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die. This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lag. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons. And ice cream whip, triple scoop. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna blame me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I could never switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I could never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs, stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die.
Up and up, it's magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to back. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try they catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Felt like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. And I've been magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when